Hey, welcome back to Henry's Garden. When last we left, this poor orchid, which had been given to me as a gift, was being saved by our orchid guy, Brian Petraska. The roots are kind of rotten, mushy, definitely in need of help. If you have mushy roots, especially in your orchid, you need to do something about it.
You do. So one thing I wanted to point out, Henry, is not only is this plant doing really well, but we've also got a new growth right there. So the plant is doing great.
It's just the roots that are a mess.
Now that was in a fine bark. It's got too much moisture. We're going to put it in a much more coarse bark, okay? So it gets better drainage.
Give me this, I want to help.
Okay.
So I'm going to put it in. First you put the orchid in. Now
Yes,
you cut off most of the rotten roots.
I did. We're going to go around, okay?
And then lift a little bit.
And then lift and pat, right?
Lift and pat, folks, lift and pat. Words to live by.
And then just a little bit more.
Easy.
Isn't this easy?
Now your bark, you've used large, coarse pieces of wood.
Yep.
And you've thrown in a little bit of other
some
stuff.
perlite, some charcoal. Now notice, Henry, I'm making sure it's all full, but I'm making sure that the new growth is not covered by the bark.
So it doesn't get too wet.
Exactly, and rot that new growth off, and then we're really in trouble.
Right.
Now, that looks good. I'm just gonna squeeze it down a little bit.
Okay, and now I want to water it?
No, don't water it for 2 weeks. We want to force that new growth to push roots out searching for moisture. Those new roots are gonna get into the bark and stabilize your plant for you.
You know, one of the things I like about Brian, he really makes it look dramatic. Say it again. When we want to make those new roots go out and search for moisture. It's got, you've got that dramatic air about you that really works with orchids.
The plant is struggling for life. It's trying to live, Henry. It's trying to live.
Look at the poor plant. But we're going to save you. And now, folks, thinking about this makes me think that it's even better to give people orchids. That way you can't kill them, somebody else does.
And let's talk about a couple good orchids to give, okay? Some real easy growers are the Phalaenopsis and the Paphiopedilum, which actually grow under the same growing conditions.
This is a Paphiopedilum, better known as a PAF, which makes it easier.
Or the lady slipper orchid. See how your little lady's foot could slip into that?
Easy to grow.
Okay.
This is the second easiest after Cymbidium. This is the Phalaenopsis. You cannot fail with a Phalaenopsis.
Right. They both grow like African violets. Put them in indirect light, keep them moist, water them about once a week, a little fertilizer a couple times a month, okay?
Okay.
We also
tell your friend that.
We have Oncidiums, the dancing lady orchid. That's for a brighter location. Yeah, aren't they great?
Yeah.
And so these are the best beginning orchids to give to people.
Tell people don't put it in direct sunlight. Indirect sunlight.
Indirect sun. Remember, they grow under the cover of trees, so they're getting dappled sunlight.
Now, you know, if I was going to give this to somebody, though, somehow it lacks a certain, how shall I say it, panache in the gift department.
You know, you can take a wonderful ceramic pot of any type. I've actually put some stones in the bottom because I want the pot to come to the top of this, okay? We're going to dress it up with some, like, flashy little gold beads here.
Oh, very flashy. Look
Something
at that.
Kind of unique and
who knew you were
real
so
pretty.
crafty?
I know, look at that.
And then we've got some of this. Actually, our producer, Kimmy Hayworth, came up with this because Brian and I both admit that when it comes to decor, this is not our specialty.
I know. And then we got a little, like, stick we can put in there, make it all pretty.
Well, I think that's actually, you know what? Kimmy, did we do a good job?
I think we found our calling here.
Look at that. And then you give it to somebody and say, good luck. Try not to kill it.
Now here's another orchid that I'm about to give as a gift. And actually I know this person, they're an advanced grower, so this particular orchid likes it really hot.
This is called a Vanda.
It's from the Philippines. They like it very moist, very sunny, and you can see the roots are searching for moisture here.
Look at those.
But
that's a nice root.
Yeah.
I know I should look at the flower, but I've started to admire roots. Now this is nicely prepared. Do not, please friends, do not give anybody a Vanda unless you know that they know how to care for them. If somebody gives you a Vanda, you want to question whether they really are your friend, because these are hard to grow.
Well, you know what, and I'll tell you what, Henry, if you have any questions, you can always email me at my website, www.theorchidguide.net, or come down to the Pacific Orchid Exposition this February and see me at my booth.
I didn't even set you up for that.
You didn't see it coming.
And you just picked it right up like that. Well, good work, Brian Petraska. Not only have you mastered orchids, but you've mastered the whole marketing thing. He's coming out with a new DVD. I mean, he's in industry already. Well, thank you